I like to get together with folks that I've gotten to know that I feel like demonstrate some quality of leadership that I've seen. And what I want to learn from those people, I view it as almost like my real life MBA. I want to go study everybody else that's a leader, figure out where they learned from, what did they learn, the good, the bad. And so maybe I'll begin it with, what were your early versions of leadership that you began to follow?
First, I'll say thanks for even considering me into that leadership category that you have. That's a really awesome thing to even say. So I just want to say thanks for that.
You lead a good-sized team, and you got a very infectious personality that people seem attracted to. And to me, that's a big part of leadership.
Yeah.
Is not just could you tell people what to do, but do they actually want to do it with you?
Sure, I feel the same way. I've had different. I would say, starting kind of like in the beginning, I would have to go first to my dad. I knew like back in the day when I wore a shirt and tie, that's what he did every day, was wear a shirt and tie every single day.
Yeah.
And I just remember, like, that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to wear a shirt and tie, right? But it was funny because the second, he didn't even talk to anybody. When he got home, he immediately ripped that shirt and tie off and put, just normal clothes on, like little t-shirt and shorts. And my dad was a big tank top and shorts kind of guy. And so I also do that a lot. And I don't know if it's because of him or if it's just because that's natural, right? So I'd start with my dad, just, seeing somebody that I knew didn't come from a whole lot as far as, upbringing wise and being in a business and seeing him as a leader. Of course, that would be where I would start. I also have a big influence of sports in my life. I played 4 sports mostly growing up, mostly 3 once you get into like high school age with football, wrestling, and baseball. And, you knew the difference between a coach that was a leader and one that had poor leadership skills. And, you get those ones, they say, that guy would run through a brick wall for that guy. Well, there was those people in my life too, from high school football and wrestling to college football, where you're like, I see a leader that's got a totally different personality, and I support him because of how successful he is and those things. But there was those ones that lit a fire under you, and you're like, wow, I will hurt somebody for this. And so that's what I get.
My current man crush is Bill Marshall from Valpo football.
Okay, yeah.
Valpo football coach. And what I like about him is not only are the kids listening to him and they have really great discipline, but they'd eat gravel for this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, they would just do whatever he asked them to do. And it's not because he's pounding the snot out of them.
Right.
It literally is because he's saying, this is my standard of excellence, and I'm going to bring you all with.
Yep.
And I watch coaches do that, I do leaders do that, I watch leaders do that, and there's something. What's the difference?
Yeah. Definitely.
Those people that captured your drive, how did they do it?
Different personalities, different techniques, of course. I've had the more laid back person. I've had the rah-rah in your face kind of a motivator. I think too, you're at a point in your life, I think, where you're drawn to leadership. Like when you're 17, 18, 19, in your early 20s, those who are really able to capture you as a person, I think it's easy. I think you're at a maturity point in your life where you follow that person too. Where I think in high school football, there's probably different versions of leaderships that all people follow, but you're there for a reason, and that's for a coach to lead you. And so, being a teammate, and there's leaderships even on your team, right? Like you had, in my experience, like you had a captain of your offense or your quarterback, or the guy was the defensive lineman that you knew was probably going to play at a big school, and that guy was the real deal. Like if he told you to do something, you did it, right? So those things definitely had an impact on me.